everyone. I'm Megan Humphreys. I'm the Student Support Specialist here at Laguna Beach High School. As we prepare for finals next week, I wanted to do just a quick little tutorial on understanding test anxiety and some strategies that you can use as you prepare for next week. The first thing to note is that there are a couple types of test anxiety. The first one is when you are struggling with some of that time management and study skills. And then we have when we have those thoughts and feelings of anxiety that come up based on the test taking experience and has less to do with not feeling prepared with the material. If you are struggling with feeling prepared, that might be a concern with some of that time management, like I said, or struggling to know the best way to study, in which case I would highly encourage you reach out to your friends for support, your teacher for support, even the counseling team to get some strategies in place. But for those whose anxiety comes up just naturally, regardless of how much you've prepared, this is for you. Test anxiety often comes up when we have a rush of adrenaline in our head. And what happens is that our prefrontal cortex kind of stops working in that moment, and our hippocampus and all of that adrenaline just starts pumping through. So what we need to do is figure out ways to reduce that adrenaline rush to make it so that we can stay focused on our assignment in class and be more concentrated to take that final. Some things that you can do, just really quick tips, are burning off some energy. So going on a quick run, doing some type of physical activity for about 10 minutes before your exam, and that can help release that adrenaline that you might be experiencing. Also, it might be helpful to start by answering the questions that you feel confident in. And that way, your brain can start recovering from the adrenaline, and then you can go ahead and tackle the more complicated questions. That's also going to increase your confidence, building that positive momentum, and then you might find that you actually can focus more the more that you get into it. So important to get a good night's sleep and to eat something really healthy, something that has some protein in it with carbohydrates, and then avoiding caffeine and sugar. Caffeine and sugar are both stimulants. And so when I'm feeling anxious already, having caffeine and sugar is just going to make me feel even more anxious. It's also important to recognize what's going on in your head. So if you find yourself thinking in that test, there are students that are so much smarter than me, thinking, why bother? I can't do this, thinking about the time limit, thinking about how much I prepare, I'm never going to do well. All of those are very typical thoughts that can come in our head when we're feeling overwhelmed, and it actually makes us start feeling worse and worse. Even if some of these are true, for example, even if you feel like there are kids in this class that are smarter than me, thinking that thought in that moment is not going to be helpful. It's only going to hurt you and make you feel more overwhelmed. It's going to lead to you feeling more nervous, depressed, disappointed, irritated, and it can impact our physical health too and well-being. So I might find that when I start thinking these thoughts, my heart starts beating really fast, or I start feeling dizzy, or my stomach starts hurting. Our bodies and our thoughts and feelings, it's all connected. So if we can focus on things that are true, that they're realistic, but also more positive, it's actually going to be helpful. Reminding yourself, I'm prepared for this. I can handle this. This feeling of anxiousness is normal and I can overcome it. I am in control in this moment. I'm going to focus on my strengths. And going back to, if you're having those thoughts like, I haven't prepared very well for this, then maybe that's an area that you do need to address and getting some additional help. Or if you find, hey, I'm kind of running into the same pattern of procrastination, or waiting to the last minute or not feeling prepared in this area, then I would highly encourage you to reach out to your support systems to start working through some of those issues. But if it's more of like you're just having all these negative thoughts in the moment, remind yourself, I can do this. I'm prepared for this. As you're telling yourself those more positive and realistic thoughts, it's going to help your body to calm down more, increase that confidence, reduce that adrenaline, and help you to stay focused on your exam. I wanted to share this is a QR code you're welcome to scan for a visualization. Just giving yourself a space to breathe, relax. Here's a meditation breathing exercise. And then this is a progressive muscle relaxation exercise. I highly encourage you to do all three of those to help yourself be calm and prepare for this test. Good luck, breakers.